In Part 2, Chapter 2 of The Winged Child, Millicent McTeer makes a visit to her childhood home. Somewhere between the moon above and the shining river below, Millicent flowed eastward toward Ashton, a dim glow on the horizon swelling into a scattering of sparks against the dark mountain that flared and resolved into roofs and windows, a few with lights, and pavements glistening from a recent rain. And she felt McTeer Street beneath her feet, deserted in the first dark hour of the new day. Hillhaven stood ahead, unlit, emptied of life. She dimmed herself, being not quite there, so that any who might see the street would notice only a flicker of shadow as she passed. Yellow tape stretched across the drive. A large orange sign planted by the steps shouted to anyone not interested, "Danger, quarantine, do not enter." Smaller characters below affirmed the dominion of the Atlantic Republican Health Authority. She opened her mind to the night. Only the trees in the yard and the small nocturnal creatures who were awake, and the flowers and grass asleep. No humans, not even a guard posted. Millicent slipped past the quarantine notice and stepped up onto the porch. One of the windows had been broken out. The door, though intact, stood slightly ajar. Millicent pushed it and went inside. Stillness, silence in that inner dark, not even the whisper of the fan overhead. In the dimness, Millicent could see the scattered pile of papers strewn across the floor. She listened for a moment, then crossed the hall into the dining room. Islands of moonlight, admitted by the windows, revealed tables stripped bare, a scatter of chairs, some overturned and broken. She heard a memory of music, Amelia's guitar, Lisa's fiddle. In the center of the floor, a man and woman, old and transparent, danced together in a slow, soundless turning. A younger man sat nearby watching them. Millicent could see through him to the chair he was sitting on. He looked up as Millicent came into the room, and when he spoke to her, Millicent only heard the voice in her head. "Hello, Angel. They're all safe and gone." The old dancer stopped, stood, holding hands, watching her. Millicent recognized her great-grandmother, who sat with her on the stairs in another life, listening to her mother's sweet, sad songs. The old man, who stood now next to Alice, holding her hand and smiling, Millicent knew without being told, was Edison McTeer, her great-grandfather.